What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here, and I'm finally ready to show off my Elder Scrolls Online character. Now, I actually did not go ahead and show it off at first because of the fact that I didn't feel like the character was right. I didn't have the right colors and all that gravy goodness. Now that I do, I want to go ahead and show off my character now. So, without further ado, this is actually my character. This is my Elder Scrolls Online character. He is a Khajiit Nightblade. So this is actually my my battle ready gear right here. Now, what I do with this is actually, if you see the mask right there, the mask is actually what hides his face and whatnot. But when you go ahead and take the mask off, which I'll go ahead and do that in the settings, you see that this is actually what my Khajiit looks like. So basically, just go ahead and show off the armor real quick here. Basically, for those, I'll try to explain things for those who are not ESO or Elder Scrolls Online savvy or whatever. Basically, in this particular game, you can go ahead and craft armor just like many other games. But in this game, you can also go ahead and do what's called sets. Now, what these sets do is these sets will go ahead and give you kind of bonus stats dependent on how much of that armor set that you're actually wearing. So, for example, if you got 2 or more of that armor set, you might actually get like a bonus hit points or a bonus weapon damage, and then if you got 3 of it, you'll get the hit points on top of the weapon damage, and you'll get that as I show you here. So I actually have 2 sets. While some people do only wear 1, I have 2 sets. So number 1 is actually the hood. The hood that you just saw is actually a what is that? Is a hood from the. Hold on one second. What was those guys called? I don't really choose them much at all, so I kind of forgot what they were called here. Brenton. There you go. So the hood is Brenton style. Sorry about that. I could not remember what it was called. It's Brenton style hood, and it's actually part of the Torog's pack rather. So this one actually, it gives me a bonus spell damage of 150. It also gives me a bonus maximum health of 754 and bonus weapon damage of 130. So it actually is pretty good. Now you see right down there at the bottom it says reduces weapon enchantment's internal cooldown by 1 second. Basically what that does is if I was to have 5 of the armor on instead of just 4, it would actually give me that particular enchantment as well. But I'm going to get into that in a minute here. Okay, so yeah, the hood is actually Brenton style. What's also Brenton style is actually the shoulder pads. I do like the shoulder pads because the chest area actually has the chrome on top, and then on top of that it has the chrome on the side, like on arms and whatnot. I like the way that chrome looks, so I wanted to go ahead and kind of help that chrome out a little bit by, you know, giving it some highlights, if you will. And at the time, I was actually looking up some of the characters, and I found out that the Brentons have this chrome look on their leather armor. So I went ahead and posted the leather armor here. So I've got the Brenton leather armor here. It's also a Torog's pack armor here. So as you see right there, appreciate that, man. I guess he figured out I was doing a video. Anyway, so this particular one is actually reinforced armor, so it's you know, makes it so I won't get hit too much. This one is actually also reinforced. I didn't even realize that. So this is actually reinforced. It's also Torog pack, so that's pretty good. It's actually rank veteran 2, so that's good armor here. Moving over to the chest area. The chest area is actually ancient elven armor. So this is actually here, and this one's actually, if you notice here, this is blue. This is blue, this is purple. So yeah, needs to say, like with most MMOs this day and age, purple is basically the strongest. Well, purple is stronger than blue. I think gold is actually stronger, the strongest. I think that's legendary armor. And I could make my armor legendary if I really wanted to. And believe me, it's not out the question. But as of right now, I just held back on it. So anyway, this is ancient elven armor. This one's also reinforced for extra protection. This is also Ashen grip armor. So basically what this does is it gives me an additional 554 maximum health. It also gives me an additional 130 weapon damage, and then gives me an additional 488 weapon critical, and it also gives me a 10% chance to actually breathe fire. The fire actually does a damage of 793. So really not that bad at all. So that's that. And that's leather, that's cloth. Right here, the gloves I have on is also This is actually, I say, Ancient Elven. This one is actually Khajiit armor here. The Khajiit is the race, by the way. So the reason why I chose Khajiit is because when it comes down to it, none of the other gloves or shoes, for that matter, because the shoes are also Khajiit, they don't really, like, they kind of cover up the hands or whatever, and basically you don't really get to see how much of a Khajiit this guy is, because you see he's got claws there. And I just didn't want to put no gloves over the claws, you know, so I went ahead and I wanted to make him look as assassin-y as possible, almost to a goddamn Batman. But you know, like I said, didn't want to go too far. Batman don't wear purple, I know, but you know, I like purple. Anyway, so yeah, this one's also Aston Grip. Now I got the shoes here. I just talked about before here. This is also leather with the gloves. This is actually Torlox pack. And then the gloves is also gloves. The belt is also Torlox pack, and the belt is also cloth. And the reason why it's cloth because I also cast spells. So I need to go ahead and make sure that those two are cloth. And finally, the actual legs, which is purple by the way, is actually Ashen Grip as well. So all this equals up to pretty powerful right here. Now another thing is this, my weapons. I actually have, in one weapon I have a Restoring Staff of Torlox pack, which goes ahead and allows me to go ahead and cast restoration spells. And then I also have two daggers, two twin daggers of Ashen Grip, which allows me to go ahead into battle mode here with the two spells. Now also the spell is actually, the daggers rather, also are enchanted with life drain. So basically every time I hit someone, it does damage to them. It does additional 255 magical damage to them, and then also heals me for 124, where the actual staff in this case will go ahead and do 285 magical damage and then heal me for 139. So that one's actually pretty good too. I also noticed that I do have, if you look down in terms of like right below where it says training, right now this is my training staff. I'm waiting for myself to get up to 50, which I'll show you my stats in a minute. Right now I'm not at 50, so I'm trying to get up there. So that's pretty much it. Now the cool thing about this is that, like I told you before, once you have like up to 5 of the actual items, you can go ahead and use the special ability. For example, Torlox pack special ability is reduce weapon enchantment internally cooldown by 1 second, which allows me to go ahead and use life drain enchantment a lot faster. Now the reason why I'm saying that is this. I got it set up now so that way if I'm in Torlox pack is basically for my spell casting, and Ashen Grip is for my melee attacks. So right here I can go ahead and use this, and I can go ahead and use this right here, and then this is my actual spells right here. So I can go in here and Torlox pack is automatically at maximum right here. But if I switch to daggers, like if you look at the daggers right there that you see right there, Ashen Grip is not at full power. But if I switch over here to daggers, it's at full power. And the reason why is because it counts for each individual piece of armor here. So basically, as long as I got it like this, depending on which weapon I have out, I actually have the maximum amount, which actually benefits me dramatically. So like for example, if I'm have it out to melee mode, I have Ashen Grip, which benefits me in melee mode, gives me weapon critical, fire breath and all that, and I still get a little bit from the other one too, including spell damage for the spells I use in this mode, as well as maximum health and additional weapon damage. On this one though, I go ahead and get all this for my magic, and unfortunately I still only get maximum health, which is only 754. I do believe weapon damage does proc for my staff though. Alright, so in terms of abilities here, my abilities are as thus. My assassin ability is only at 40. That's actually surprisingly. My assassin ability is only at 40. My shadow magic is at 50, which is maximum. My siphoning abilities is only at 48. I only do, right now I have dual wielding, which is definitely at 50. Not a big surprise there. I also have restoration staff, which is at 49, which is almost ready to go. So as soon as that procs and gets there, I'm going to go ahead and redo my staff and get a better staff. And last but not least, I'm actually going to go ahead and get a bow soon. So when I go to PvP, instead of using my staff, I'm going to go ahead and use my bow. So that way I can go ahead and do long range attacks without the need to go ahead and get up in there and get up in someone's face, you know. The reason why is because my armor, which is the medium armor, is the armor that I usually go to. This one will allow me to go ahead. A lot of this allows me to do critical strikes and stuff like that based off of physical attacks, which does include the bow. So like right here, this actually enhances my physical attacks by a lot here, by over 1,185. So it's stuff like that that will really help me out here. And I do have some stuff for light armor here too, just to help out with the spells and whatnot. Oh, I also got to get some. I haven't gotten the spells from here yet, but I definitely want to get those, especially some in the soul magic area here. Nothing in here. But I hear that I get something special if I actually get the Fighters Guild up to level 10. So I need to go ahead and get that done. And of course, as my racial skills, I got all of them, needless to say. Finally, for my crafting, I'm a blacksmith, clother, and I'm not an enchanter, but what I do is my wife is an enchanter, so I go ahead and actually keep on, I get the stuff for her and send it to her way. So that's it for that one. So this is my overall stats right here. Right now I have 19 magicka, 19 health, and then 12 stamina. Keep in mind that what happened was I had to re-roll my character to go ahead and be more of a proficient healer. So yeah, sorry. So as you see right here, my weapon damage is 1,305. My weapon critical literally, oops, hold on. And this is spell mode, I'm sorry. This is melee mode where it really counts. So my weapon damage is 1,556. My weapon critical is actually 45.6, which means that I will go ahead and hit them with a critical attack almost 50% of the time. I'm absolutely loving that. And for the most part, nothing really changes here. Now, this is the part that I find really weird here. Like my health, I got more health with my staff on, which is whatever, I guess. My spell critical in my melee mode is 19%, and it goes up to 10. It goes down to 10% with my staff. I'm not really understanding how that does that. You know, apparently I need to go ahead and kind of establish what weapon critical, spell critical is. So I'm assuming, judging from all this, I'm assuming that maybe weapon critical is the same thing as spell critical. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, and so yeah, my spell stuff like that goes down when I go ahead into melee mode, when I go into spell mode, which is really weird. So I'm still working on that right now. I'm set the Master Wizard right now. We'll go to that one for now. So that's pretty much that. Now, like I said, my spells are pretty good here. One spell I absolutely love is, of course, my my shadows. So my shadows would go ahead and they go ahead and actually attack here. And believe me, they're doing decent damage now, but they don't really do a lot of damage at all. So, and as soon as I attack there, the shadows will actually go ahead and attack everything. And most of the time, the shadows will go ahead and disappear. I'm so happy they didn't disappear when it's supposed to, but whatever. I thought they were anyway. Another one is actually this one too. This is actually a good spell here. What this does is, this will actually damage anyone who's actually in the middle of this smoke. This will actually damage anyone who's there, but it also heals me and anyone else of my party members who's actually in that smoke. So that's actually pretty good. Another one I like here is this. Now what this does is right there, this will go ahead and put them into a so I can go ahead and like kind of attack them. And every time I attack them, I heal. So yeah, I actually heal every time that right after I attack them with that kind of glow on them, you know, the glow if you will, I go ahead and heal for that one too. So that's actually pretty good. Another spell I have that I absolutely like is this one, teleport. Love that. Another one I have is this particular, okay. Fire mage in the house, no problem. So another one is this. I can actually go ahead and, what I do is this spell, this actually siphons the, it does damage to the bad guy and then siphons them. And what it does is it actually lowers their damage but raises my damage. So I actually do more damage. As you see right there, my daggers are glowing. I actually do more damage because of the simple fact that I use that. So that's pretty good there. Like right now, these people are apparently going ahead and trying to level up someone. Oh, and of course, I like this one. like a force stab, then a double stab kind of thing there. So that works out. I got healing. That heals me. Healing's actually pretty good. It does a burst healing for like 1,000. Or rather, I'm sorry, it does healing for like 700, and sometimes I'll critic for 1,000. So I need to go ahead and get my spell critic up. I think I'm going to get, I saw something called something Embrace. Twilight Embrace, I think it was called. I might look into that and see if that's actually a better choice. So that's that. That's the one for there. Let me see what else I got for spells. Oh, I love this one right here too. What that does is that actually, it actually hits them for damage, but then will actually heal me for my hit points. So it takes their hit points and kind of transfers to me. So once again, a very good move right there. Anything else? That's pretty much it. Oh, in this game you have like an alternate ability as well. Look at the shadow. Oh, that sucks. You have an ultimate ability too, which I don't use too often, but that's pretty much it. That's the lower version of it. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. That's my character right here. I usually go ahead and play like this. When I'm actually playing with other people here, I go ahead and I play like this. And it's not the fact that I'm hiding my identity or anything like that, but it actually makes it so like it's actually kind of mysterious here. You know, he's covering himself and he's only there for the mission. So, you know, I'm kind of a big guy on storyline too. Oh, needless to say, my guy is Khajiit, so I can sneak like hell. Khajiits are really good sneakers. Look at that, for 8,377. I keep in mind, these guys are like lightweights, but still. And the good thing is that because of the fact that between my Khajiit's natural ability and my leather armor, I'm actually pretty good at sneaking. So for most people, they've probably been caught by now. But for me, it's actually a lot better. Like, I was actually in PvP one time, and I actually stood next to a rock. I swear, no lie. Stood next to a rock like this, and I had all the enemies literally run past me. And all I did was just stay like this to the rock. Like, seriously. Like, I was sitting there laughing my ass off, dude. I was just like, I could not stand how funny it was. That I was sitting there just like kind of just sitting there just minding my own business, and you know, all the enemies start coming, so I literally just like everyone else start running. We was all running. It was like a whole group of us running. I just stopped and I just hid right here, and I just, well, next to a rock anyway. I just did just like that, and almost just like that too, except for I'm sure she can see me. But yeah, Big Man's how she just ran past me just like that. It was beautifully hilarious. Look at that. He saw me too. It was too late for him. Anyway, so that's it for now. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Like I said, this is just one of my characters. I'm going to start going ahead and doing videos like this, just talking about the stats and the power of my different characters that I actually do play. Because I do play a lot of different MMOs. Anyway, that's it for now. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.